Quaid Azam, Part 28. This fear always combined with an assessment that such a contingency could occur, and like a flash, but only when and if the two great fanaticism of India combined, of caste and of religion. But it was also here that lay their safety, a scope for exploiting existing divisions in society. The British believed, again not wrongly, that the inherent antagonism of the Indian society, principally those between the Muslims and the Hindus, though they never really fully understood either of the two faiths, only exploited their characteristics, will always need an impartial umpire, namely themselves. Despite this, it is difficult to place all blame on the British that they alone divided the two communities so as to facilitate their rule. It was more that finding divisions already existing, these were rubbed raw by the British whenever they could do so exploitatively. An unexpected, perhaps inevitable, but nevertheless sad consequence of the multiple traumas of 1857 was the decline in the status of Persian in India. In consequence, the Ashraf suffered most, and some of the rational sciences, those distinctive contributions of Iran, Central Asia to Indian Islam began to lose their relevance and were in process cultivated less and less. Instead, traditions that emphasized the study of Quran and the Hadith, and which mingled with the Naqshbandi accent on reform, became ascent in Islamic thinking. Seeds of the introspective Sufism planted long back by Sheikh Ahmad Sarhindi began to flower. Besides, Indian Islam began moving more towards the orthodox, with the Shapers' more fundamentalist hue. The Ashraf did not or could not resist this change, for they, besides other factors, were far too ease-loving to be in the front ranks of energetic wielders of this proselytizing soul of Islam. The reformist movements of the 19th century, of course, drew Muslims, but mainly from outsiders, the former ruling circles, and about them Sayyid Ahmad Bareilly was openly critical. These aimed not so much at restoring the Mughal dynasty or any form of the Mughal aristocracy, but more at recreating a kind of facsimile of the early Muslim community and regulating a part at least of that lost spirit. Even Sayyid Ahmad believed that the Muslims would one day be inspired to conquer India again, but this time for God. But this time they would conquer India for God. And such messages clearly appealed to the entire strata of Muslim society, as strongly then as they do now. We need to focus here on two important Muslim personalities of the period, of very different origins, totally anti-theatrically political philosophies, and examine their impress upon the Muslims of India. The first is Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. So in 1838, the year his father died, Syed Ahmad Khan was nearly 22 years old. Though his father had been an employee of the remnants of the Mughal establishment in the Red Fort of Delhi, Sayyid Ahmad Khan chose to take leave of the fort and opt for a service with the Company Bahadur.